we should have audio now. Apologies. Very, very, very poor timing in terms of, yeah. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. Honestly, I should think about turning the audio off before we start anyway, so we don't just say, is it live yet? I don't know. Yes, hello, welcome. We're a little bit late, doubly late, because not only yesterday I published, as you may or may not have noticed, and today I'm late, as in 5 minutes late, because I ordered a Prime Now delivery, and I'm like, I'm sure it won't turn up. It will turn up during the stream, and we can have a little laugh about it, and Sir Six getting all this stuff in, getting his emergency supplies from the Wasteland Delivery Service and blah, blah, blah. But no, they turned up 2 minutes before the start of the stream, and it took about 7 minutes to get everything in because, holy shit, I had piles and piles of crap. Do let me know if everything's working, because it's always so impossible to tell. There's just, like, apparently... I don't know what's going on. I hate this bit of the stream because I need to know how things are happening. Yeah. Is everyone hearing moi? Question mark. Because I have no idea. And it's always one of those things that drives me a bit mad. I mean, the audio is apparently going through. Oh, good. Thank God. Fuck me. Yeah. Anybody who cares about my sanity, which will be very few of you, when I start a stream, just let me know you can hear me. Just so I don't go crazy, because I hate it. I hate not knowing things. It's my anxiety screaming at me.
We shouldn't be bothered about getting a delivery anyway.
Why?
Because it's a miracle.
Oh, we should be happy we got a delivery, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was working today on a script, and I was like, I'm not going to have enough time to finish this, go out shopping, which I needed to do, and I was sat having a crap, and I was like, let's just check Amazon Prime now. Let's see if they've got a delivery slot. Click, they had a delivery slot, just fucking thought of the first 3 things I could think to add to basket. I was like, milk, blah, blah. I already had a basket full of other random shit. We've got so much fucking cola in this delivery, it's actually kind of ridiculous. I think about 9 bottles.
Jesus.
It kicks them out. Every time you go through and they're out of stock, it just kicks them out of your basket. So every time that I think of them, I just add them. And I expect them to get kicked out. None of these were kicked out this time. So now we've got 3 bottles of Pepsi Max, 3 bottles of fake Pepsi Max, and 3 bottles of Pepsi Max Cherry, which will please you.
I like that one.
Yeah, I know you do. So, yeah, that's one of the things. Hello, what do you want? You want to scream at me? Okay. Yeah, so piles and piles of random shit. But it's enough random shit for us to eat and consume over the next however long. So, anyway, how are we all doing? My voice is going, and I don't know why. Oh no, I've caught the Rona.
Your voice going is not one of the symptoms.
Oh no, I haven't caught the Rona. I'm not gonna die. I'm fucking upset. Thought Sunday was the day for terrible people. Sunday is the day for terrible people, but if YouTube decides to screw me, which it did last time, and keep me in YouTube jail on the Saturday evening, or up to, or make me need to re-kajigger things, so that motherfucker can get paid, because I'm sorry, but I do need to get paid. Just as I say that. You're funny, you make me laugh every show. Don't eat that cat. This is not a stray cat. There is a difference between my cat and stray cats. My cat is safe, as long as she doesn't go missing.
All the other cats are not safe.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Tim.
I mean, all those stray cats, you know, their collars, they really get caught in your teeth. But yeah, thank you very much, Tim. Yeah, so YouTube did a YouTube to me. I kind of made a promise to myself not to bitch about that stuff. But you have to, because they're fucking worthless. useless scum. I do like to bite the hand that feeds me, though, because I am a clever person. Pet cat, not food cat. Yeah, exactly. Pet cat is pet cat, your pet cat, and it screams at you. She's very entitled for a cat that I'm not eating right now. When we have discussed turning her into slippers, though, because she's very soft and fluffy. But
she's so small.
She is very
She'll do
small.
one slipper.
She's a teeny tiny kitty cat. And also, who wants ginger slippers, really? I mean, come on. My corona is a one-hit wonder. My corona. That is still the thing that pops straight into my mind. Hello, Vic Jagger. Welcome to the Whiskey Club.
Why?
I don't know why you would join. You got your glass. That's all that really matters. It'll be a month before you've got any whiskey in it. Yeah. But I have to say, the last video, the Jehovah's Witness video, I don't usually say this about my own videos. I like that video, and within the time of me making it. Sometimes I'll watch one of my older ones and I go, that's pretty funny. I like that. Because I don't remember what I did last week. So my older videos are almost news to me. Like, I can't believe some of the shit I come out with.
One of the things that I like is seeing old comments that I've made on things.
Yeah.
And making myself laugh.
Oh, well, on stuff in general?
Yeah. And it's like, oh my god, I have a sense of humour.
Back when I used to use MSN Messenger, and you could collect logs.
Yeah.
And I went through one of those with some old friends from early internet days, back when, you got the internet by hitting two rocks together hard enough. And fucking hell, some of that shit was fucking hilarious. And, just...
Surprisingly, me likes me.
You always assume that you wouldn't like yourself. But I think you'd really enjoy your company.
I know that I don't like myself, but if there was a clone of me, we would get on like a house on fire.
You don't like the you that you inhabit, but if you didn't inhabit you, you'd really like that person.
We would like all the same things.
Yeah.
So
you'd have the same sense of humour.
The same self-loathing.
Same self-loathing, but you'd love each other, and then there'd be lots of masturbation. Is it cheating if it's a clone of yourself?
Technically, no. But
I mean, it is another person.
Technically, yes, but
that
technically,
isn't your
no.
partner.
It's like that thing that I saw. There was a woman and her husband. They were drinking, and they were like, "Oh, who would your cheat thing be?"
Mm.
And she said, "Your twin brother." That didn't go down well, apparently.
I can't imagine it would.
But people in the comments were like, "Yeah, but if they're identical twins."
What's the point? Apart from the fact that it's
she
just
obviously has a type.
Well, there is that. But it's like, if they're an identical... The only thing I can think of is that the reason she wants to do it is because she's not supposed to.
Probably.
Like, it's the taboo factor. It's like, I did both brothers. But, yeah, you don't tell... You don't tell... who would your cheat be? Even if they're not twin, your sister. Like, you'd be like... Well, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, you've told me from the start you don't think my sister's attractive.
It's weird that she's considered the attractive one because, no offence to her, but she ain't my fucking type. Jesus Christ. And God forbid she's listening.
Yeah, but...
You're lovely.
You're the examples of your type. That's the
Weird looking chicks.
Weird looking chicks, yeah.
Yeah. But they're, yeah. They usually have to be funny, smart, and kind of cute, but
why
odd
are you
looking.
with me?
Because you're funny, smart, and kind of weird looking.
You're ugly. You know 1 + 1.
What?
And I make jokes occasionally.
Me?
No, me.
Oh, I mean, I don't know 2 + 2 though. I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
5.
that's too hard. No, I can't do that one.
To my darling Candy, all characters portrayed within this book are fictitious and any resemblance to person living or dead is purely coincidental. I'm very confused by that comment.
Okay.
Okay. My first ever follower on Twitter. Was I? Or you follow me?
That's a hell of a name, so I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Theldras says, I pretended to have a twin and seduced the same woman twice as each person.
If that's true, that's fucking hilarious.
That is pretty good.
I can't imagine wanting to put that much effort in. And also, if she's seduced twice by both brothers, like, I can't imagine that's the world's best person. Oh, the first page of the Bible that's ripped out. Okay, that makes sense. To my darling cat. Yeah, that's the classic. All persons contained within this book. Mrs. Sick needs some ointment for that burn. Oof, I did. Apparently, I burnt you.
Oh no.
No, she doesn't notice. That's how thick she is. She noticed that one.
It's like the ones you've only recently started doing fat jokes to me.
Yeah.
I like those. They're funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I was more open with Mrs. Sick about let's call them my bedroom needs than I was about making fat jokes to her, because I thought, I don't want to be mean. Here's some fucked up shit I want to do in the bedroom.
You called me all the other shit before, though.
Yeah.
You call me a bitch and a cunt and a whore and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but that's funny.
Right. But...
Calling you fat is just mean. And untrue. You skipped she was cute. Did I? Oops. Freudian slip. I need more drink. I'm going to try not to pour it on there because I realised recently that it makes loads of noise. So I'm going to...
And you pour it everywhere.
Pour you everywhere.
But I'm not a liquid.
You are.
I'm very much solid.
Solid AF, bitch. I'm not a liquid. How do you know? Have you ever tried pouring yourself in a glass?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that if you're not a liquid?
That's how I find
Science
out.
own.
That's how you find out if you're not a liquid.
I've never tried to pour myself in a glass.
No, you're way too big to do that.
I just got big glass.
See, get a glass, look at it, and then try to put my head in it. There you go.
Have you actually done that?
No, but...
Exactly, you're a liar. Only liquids lie.
The liquid people.
Liquid, the liars. The liars of shape. They will fit in anywhere because they're not telling the truth. That's it. Hashtag liquid lies. And the cat's patting her fucking soul out. Right. So, what was annoying me the other day that I wanted to talk about? Can't fucking remember.
Well, that was very annoying.
It is annoying. I have noticed recently that I don't know what the hell's wrong with my memory, but...
Oh, your memory's always been crap.
It's...
Well, I had to put that bloody sign up.
Well, that sign I ignore, yeah. I've noticed that it's not that I have a bad memory, it's that my brain just refuses to tell me what I remember.
But, like...
As soon as I remember, I can remember it clear as day and solid.
You recognise one thing, right? So, like, you said, I will forget, write it down or send me a text. So I do. And then you still forget.
It depends.
That's, like, I've stopped even bothering because I know how crap your memory is.
It's not... Like, I can remember the details, I can remember things very well, and I remember events that happened, but I will be like, okay, I'm going to do this, and get mildly distracted, and then completely fucking forget.
It's like the kids do that.
Maybe I've got adult onset ADHD, I don't fucking know. But I can focus on something for a really, really long time.
Yeah, ADHD people can do that.
I
If
know.
they're enjoying it, they can focus.
Oh no, I can focus on things that I'm not enjoying. I can just focus when I need to focus, but I just forget. Is this real life? I think it's just fantasy. Take notes. I would, but I'd forget to check them. That would be the issue. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to have been exacerbated lately, and I can only guess as to why that is. Memory like a colander, not a sieve. Colander has bigger hearts. Yeah, it's a memory like a steel sieve, you know. Very, very strong. Full of fucking holes. Yeah. So, like, I don't forget to do the stream. Like, I'm always aware that the stream's going to happen and I'm going to do the stream. Like, I don't forget things like that. It's the walk into the room and forget why you walked in there thing. But with everything. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's fine, but I don't know. It's really fucking annoying, though.
I don't know, I don't tend to forget things.
It's a recent phenomenon. Maybe I should go get checked out, but I'd probably forget.
Yeah. I don't know, like, it's sort of like a downside, because I remember quite a lot of things. And I can't, because I remember things quite clearly, I can't let go of things as easily.
Well, that's not the issue. Like, I have a solid memory. It's the recall function that just switches itself off.
It's like, oh, can you do this? Boom! Yeah, sure.
Oh, can you do this thing? Oh, of course. I will do that as soon as I finish doing thing, walk out of the building. It's like, there's a classic how men do the washing up. How women do the washing up. They do the fucking washing up. They're done. How men do the washing up. Fill up pan to fucking soak. Leave in sink. Go to bed. Wake up. Go to work. Just completely fucking forget that they even started a thing. Maybe that's what the problem is. But, yeah. I have to make...
Oh, no. Major malfunction, right? One of the best ways to get him to do something that I want him to do is make him do it out of spite. Because that's the best way. Like, I put up a sign telling him, 'cause he leaves the oven on a lot. So I put a sign up that was really garish and obvious. Just so that you would spite it and start doing what I asked.
I'll start doing it before I'd looked at the sign.
Yeah, you're like, fuck you! I'll do it anyway! I don't need to look at the sign.
But I've forgotten to do it loads of times since that sign went up, so that sign can get fucked. Did he say Pepsi? What the fuck? Unsubscribe. Pepsi Max, and I'm sorry, but I like it. It's fine. It's a mixer, so I can have tall drinks.
It's just for flavouring for the whiskey.
Yeah. I like whiskey. I like straight whiskey, but I usually buy cheap whiskey, so it really needs... it really fucking needs something to dilute it a bit. But I still drink a lot of it, so it's fine. That could be the fucking problem with the memory, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't drink that much. And as soon as fucking Corona is over, I'm planning on having some...
Dry time.
Yeah. But, you know what? Since Corona started, I've been sort of like... A lot of things that we'd stopped doing, I'm just like, I just don't fucking care. We've had a lot of takeaway since Corona started. We're still doing semi-regular exercisey things, mostly with VR. Or we've shot a lot of zombies.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Arizona sunshine.
Terrifying fun.
That fucking mines. Fuck that mines section. I've got 2 VR headsets now. One Quest, one Rift S. And me and Mrs. Sick, we've started like playing... We've played more games together since we got this than for fucking ages.
Than ever.
Probably than ever.
I remember the last time we played a game together.
I mean,
That
you don't count playing Beat Saber like one after like
no,
Hot Seat.
that doesn't count. That would be Street Fighter.
You mean Soul Calibur 6 was the last time we played together?
It was Street Fighter 7.
Oh, Tekken.
Is it Tekken?
Tekken 7.
Yeah, Tekken 7. That's the last one we played together. That was.
And that was against each other. We haven't played co-op in fucking forever.
No, we don't really play co-op games.
I like playing co-op. You just don't like playing.
I don't know. I class it.
Actually, no. To be fair,
Right.
Fallout 76, we played a bit of that.
I class it as co-op when I'm watching you play a game.
And going, oh, you missed a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know I fucking missed a thing.
That's co-op.
But yeah, we've been playing a lot of table tennis, which is really fun.
Try time for me is when I switch to gin.
Oh, I wouldn't mind some dry white. A nice Pinot Grigio.
Nice peen.
Peanut. Pie knot. Can I have the pie knot?
Pinot.
Oh, I fucking I hate
Merlot and Pinot.
Merlot. I was one of those asshole bartenders who would correct people. I corrected them nicely, but I was like, it was like, can I have a peanut? And I said, the Pinot Grigio. Of course you can.
You corrected me, which just made me want to say it wrong more.
You used to ask me to correct you, and then one day you got really pissy about it. And I'm like, what do you want from me? And you're like, I don't know.
Both. Both.
I want to know
Both
how
and
it's...
none.
I want you to correct me and not to correct me.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I only try to do what you want, and then you'll just find a way to be annoyed at me anyway, because that's your superpower.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Pepsi Lime mixed with a bit of milk. I did that when I was a kid.
Oof! Why?
Me
Why?
and my sister were making potions.
Potion.
Yeah.
Ah!
And we got this is because
Fucking
we were
potions.
we were at my dad's house and we were
Oh,
bored.
your fucking stories are your dad.
And me and my dad's stories are great. But
You, your sister, at your dad's
me
stories.
when me and my sister were bored and we did things together, like it's usually anything that's just really anti-dad.
Anything that just fucking ruins his poor house. Did you ever clean up after yourself either?
Occasionally.
Did you clean up the cocoa pot?
Yes, I cleaned up the cook pot.
Fucking good, because I'd have murdered
so
you.
With the potions one, we had
Thanks, Barely Human. Good name.
we thought, oh, we'll mix Pepsi, because my dad doesn't really drink fizzy drinks.
Why did he have it then?
He got it for us, so that we could drink
ungrateful
it.
little assholes.
And we were like, okay, then let's do experiments with it. So we started mixing Pepsi with other things. So
Science!
yeah, Pepsi and dish soap. Pepsi,
Oh my god.
Pepsi
Did you
and
drink these?
No, we didn't drink them. We just seen what happened.
We didn't drink them, they're potions.
Pepsi and milk. Pepsi and Mentos. That did not go down well. We had like Pepsi and orange juice and things like. We just mixed stuff to see what it looked like, and I drank the milk one.
Oh, why?
Because I was an idiot 8-year-old.
Yeah, but you've drank out of a hot water bottle as well.
Yeah,
and you did that.
I wanted to see what it tastes like.
You did that within the span of our relationship.
Yeah.
And when you told me, I assumed it was something you did as an idiot kid, not about 10 minutes before I walked in the
Can't help
room.
it. I have a curious nature.
It was also because you were thirsty and too lazy to get a drink. So, well, I didn't want to get up. It tastes really weird. Yeah, of course it does. It's a fucking rubber bottle. You fucking silly bitch.
I drank the Pepsi milk and got a really bad tummy ache from my
I could imagine you fucking would.
But at least I learned.
There's some disgusting fucking things. I hesitate to call them cocktails, but there's some really fucking gross things that are. I think there's one that involves milk, absinthe, and something else, and lime juice, and it is not a fun time. I don't get people who drink
was it called? Vomit.
I mean, I imagine so. Like, I'm not a person who's big into shots. I never have been. I don't really... Like, I like enjoying my drinks, and I like getting drunk slowly but surely. Whiskey plus whiskey work. Yes. In fact, I'd really like to have whiskey
plus
with whiskey.
anything cocktail.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Tim. Bye-bye.
See you later, man. Yeah, whiskey with whiskey ice cubes would be fucking awesome. Fizzy drink and ice cream is delicious. That's like a Coke float.
Coke float, yeah. I used to have them as well.
I used to really like them as a kid. They're just kind of annoying now. Because the cola always just pools in the bottom and isn't like that pleasant to drink. Because the ice cream takes all the fizz out of it. So you've just got flat Coke in the bottom of your thing. But yeah, the weird foam it makes that's like slightly hard. Always a treat as a kid. We'll have to show that to the kids one day.
One of the best things I made as a kid was Mars bar milkshake. We blended a Mars bar.
Will it blend? Yes, it's a fucking Mars bar.
Yeah, we were seeing if things blended as well. We were experimenting, and we started blending different types of chocolate and stuff. I thought, we'll put milk in it.
That will make milkshake. No.
And it did, and it was really nice.
Really?
There's Maltesers, Mars bars.
How did it fucking mix it?
We put Yorkies and Snickers in it. And oh my god, it was amazing. My sister wanted to put a Bounty in it, but no, I'm not having that.
And I don't know why you don't like Bounty.
I don't like the texture of coconut. It's horrible.
I just don't like coconut.
No.
People think that I hate coconut because of that one video. I've got no problem with coconut. I just wouldn't fucking spread it on toast and use it as toothpaste.
Coconut oil is different.
Yeah, but it still
smells nice, but it tastes disgusting.
And it's
pure saturated fat.
Yeah, it's fatty as all shit. The one bit of that video.
Whiskey ice cream. Oh my god.
There have been a lot of women who've been very upset at me because of that video. Because I suggested using water to take your makeup off. And they were like, no! You a fool! You can't do that. You need some kind of blah, 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 blah. And then I just stopped listening.
Well, then again, the only makeup I wear is eyeliner, and that's very rarely. And I just use water to wipe it off.
Yeah. I've been goth. I've worn makeup. I've worn eyeliner. And I just fucking cleaned it off like a grown-up. Maybe with a bit of soap. It wasn't difficult. Hi, Armoured Skeptic but funny. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Yeah. I did find that quite an amusing playlist. Was that you? Or was that someone else? I don't know. I don't pay much attention to words. Actually, no. It's mostly because I forget things. But Armoured Skeptic has a super hot girlfriend. So,
Shu. Yeah, Shu's amazing.
She's alright.
I would do her up the ass.
Jesus Christ.
What? She's hot.
Oh man, my aunt is always trying to get me to use coconut oil for everything. Yeah, people are like crazy about it, but like, I like coconuts. I've got no problem with coconuts. I like the flavour. I like fucking, what is it called? Malibu.
Oh, I don't like Malibu.
Coconut flavoured rum. I don't know if there's a name for it, but it's nice.
I'm very picky when it comes to coconut.
It's incredibly fucking sugary though. Too skinny. Yeah, someone knows. She's too skinny. They want you.
I'm like twice her size.
You could eat her.
Ow.
For fuck's sake.
You brought it up.
Must only use acetone for makeup removal! Exclamation mark. Yeah, whatever.
God, I wouldn't put anywhere. I would not put acetone on my face. That's what you use for nail polish remover.
Oh, is it? I don't know. Like I said, I don't fucking know.
Just water. It's fine.
How hard it can't put. I mean, yeah, maybe it'll take a little bit longer, but
just bit of soap. Rub it in your hands. Rub it on your face.
I think you can say rub it in your hands. Rub it on your eyes.
And then wash it off. And if it's still there, do it again. That's all you need to do.
Leon Lush, he got a hot wife. Don't tell mine. She might hit me with a frying pan. I don't know who Leon Lush is. I don't know who most people are.
You're terrible with names, though.
I'm fucking terrible with like being YouTube adjacent. I'm usually just like off doing my own thing. I have a few proper YouTuber what you would call friends, and even then it's like Miles Power. I really like the dude, but we haven't spent a long time talking or anything. We haven't hung out, so. But he's someone.
Oh, someone made them have a mouthful of coconut oil because they had toothache. Ugh. No.
Yeah, you use whiskey for that.
Yeah, whiskey. Actually, you do use whiskey for that.
I mean, to be fair, whiskey is a thing that can do a lot of things to do with pain relief at the very least, well, because it's
a mild sedative.
It's a mild sedative. I think it's an analgesic as well.
It's antiseptic.
Yeah. So, if you were to tell me that whiskey did something, it would.
It's alcohol, so it's antibacterial as well.
Yeah, and it's delicious. So it's the
and it
is
a, and
the
it
cure.
has a nice burn in it.
I'm pretty sure if you drank enough of it, you could cure cancer. I'm just saying. Have they tried, instead of using chemotherapy, using whiskey therapy? I'm just saying, it's worth a try.
Put whiskey in an IV.
And then put the end of the IV in your mouth.
Never seen Mrs. Sick, but she seems awesome. Time for a reel. Go on Twitter. There's my mug on Twitter. It's just a close-up of my face.
Yeah, she likes to make faces. If you saw...
The reason I do it is because Twitter is filled with all these women doing all these sexy poses and stuff. And I'm like, oh, fuck that. Here's a close-up of my face.
Yeah. Mrs. Sick looks... Basically, it works for me because she looks basically nothing like any of the pictures she's ever put up. Because she fucking zooms right into her face and it's very odd looking, and then she makes the ugly face she does. She makes that face every time I tell her she's beautiful. She makes this face at me where she's like, ugh. I saw you often mentioning doctors as an authority, and nothing wrong with that, but I had to add that my mum and her colleague are both family doctors and anti-vax. They don't talk about it at work. I mean...
I know that it can happen. Like, there's doctors who are like that. But I think it depends on what field they're in as well. Because if you're in a particular field, in the medical field, you're going to understand certain things better than other ones down the line.
I mean, it's good that they don't talk about it at work.
Well, yeah, at least they're not pushing it.
But it's very weird that they're doctors and anti-vax. Thanks a lot, Commander Darklight. And enjoy work. Have whiskey at work. Good plan. Good plan. Won't get you fired. Honest. Don't listen to me.
Oh, homeopathy.
What?
You know the water that they have in it. You should place it with whiskey.
Well, then it would have an effect. It wouldn't be homeopathy anymore. Fuck's sake, you're an idiot. God. Yeah. That's the thing about... I do talk about doctors as an authority, and it's a generalisation. Generally, a doctor will know what the fuck they're talking about. But that doesn't mean that there aren't doctors who aren't... And I don't want to insult your mum. I don't want to insult your mum. I don't give a fuck about her colleague. But dumbasses? You can be a doctor and be really fucking ridiculously stupid about something. Even something in the medical field, because you have a strange belief. Someone's taught you something that's wrong.
A lot of my families works for the NHS, and most of them, they're very good at what they do. They're good at their jobs. Haven't got a lick of common sense.
Yeah. They're
all really fucking dense, and I don't get why. How can you be like that?
They're very specialised.
But also, that's the thing though. Like, just because you're very good at what you do in your job, it doesn't mean that you're particularly clever.
Yeah. It was gross. I was already drunk, so I was willing to try it. Figured it can't help, but yeah, agreed. Whiskey worked eventually. Yeah. the Miss Piggy face, my wife does that to me too. It's less of a Miss Piggy face and more of a... make the face.
I have quite a big smile. You call it the Joker smile.
Yeah.
And
she's got a huge fucking smile. It's terrifying.
I don't have big teeth, but I have a lot of teeth. That's the best.
Too many. Far too many teeth.
Well, I have all my teeth, so it shows off quite a lot when I smile. And and so anytime he calls me pretty or anything, I have to do something with my teeth because I have a lot of them.
Fuck, just thousands of rows of teeth. And they go right back down her throat. It's fucking weird.
Oh my god! Have you seen the? I showed you a picture of that. Somebody has this teeth issue.
Right.
So when they're in the womb, they absorb their twin.
Okay.
And the twin,
I don't like where this is going.
And they ended up growing excessive amounts of teeth.
Where?
In the top of their palate.
Just still in the mouth. Is this the one where they've got fucking just teeth all along their palate?
All over it, yeah.
Ah, it's fucking horrific. Oh god.
I know there's a medical condition that causes it to happen as well, but
I'm surprised
I think this one that I saw, they absorbed their twin, and then their twin basically, because it's still in when they were in the womb.
They're basically
it's sort of like
taking up the same space.
Yeah, they congealed in that area.
That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah, it's gross, isn't it?
That is some real body horror shit. I mean...
But God makes everything perfect, so...
I'm starting to doubt. Doubt is existing. I mean, I could be wrong. But, Mrs. Sick is the only person who wants the Princess Fiona curse. Yeah, but she doesn't want to turn into an orc.
No, I don't see the point in exhibiting yourself in a particular way for the benefit of other people. Like, just be yourself. It doesn't matter what picture you put up. Because all of them are the fucking same. They're all high up. They're all from a high angle. They're all from the side face. And they're all pushing their chest out. And they're all, like, pushing, pursing the lips and stuff. And they're all the fucking same. And it's like... You all look like clones. Why don't you do something different? It just annoys me that everyone does the same pose.
I've seen that most MDs believe in some type of creator. I don't know. I don't know a lot of MDs personally. I mean, I know I know a lot of religious families tend to push.
I think that's probably way more common in America, though.
Yeah, I was thinking that. But then, I mean, I don't know about the beliefs of our doctors, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were religious.
They're probably probably maybe some of the older generation ones, maybe.
But I don't know. I think it depends on who and where and how and why and whatever. But, just because, I mean, that's been one of the arguments, isn't it? Oh, well, all these doctors and these particular scientists are religious. Well, that doesn't fucking mean that they're right. And yet you have, you've got lots and lots of scientists in India who all have, strong faith. That doesn't mean that their religion suddenly becomes right as much as any more than a Christian becoming a proper scientist and, still believing. I think ridiculous.
As long as a doctor does their job properly.
Well, that's all that matters to me. I don't give a fuck what someone believes until they start telling me. Basically,
you can believe what you want to believe, but once you start pushing it on other people and also trying to get laws changed to benefit yourself when it was perfectly fine in the first place.
I mean, that's a good reason, but just in general, if you're going to make an argument to me about the validity of your beliefs, then I'm going to start picking holes in it. Because that's what I do.
Oh, you pick holes in everything, though.
Yeah. Especially curtains. Fuck curtains.
That explains a lot.
That explains our holy curtains.
I have a hole in this blanket. Is that you?
I have the holiest Bible. Because I picked holes in it.
I own a Bible, you don't.
I used to own a Bible.
But you don't currently. I also have a English translation of the Quran as well.
What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. She's off to get her Bible.
No, I'm off for a piss.
Oh, I thought she was off to get her Bible. She goes, "I've got a Bible." Fucks off. But yeah, I'm a fan of the blobfish angle too. Okay, I missed something there. Yeah, just sign the prescription. I don't care what someone believes. Like I'm not an anti-theist. I'm not even sure. Like a lot of people when they first discover their atheism or whatever, a lot of people go sort of the anti-theist route, and I was certainly more annoying about it. But I don't think I've ever been particularly anti-theist. I don't see the point. Because you're not going to convince someone by being an actual fuckhead about it.
You're also way too empathetic.
Yeah.
You're way too empathetic to ever go anti-theist.
I do. I care.
You really try to care about people.
I care about how people feel. Even when I'm being an absolute fucking asshole, I do genuinely care to know. Like I like to understand why people think certain things. People get very upset at me and start being very accusatory of my motives when all I'm trying to do is get them to understand, or I'm trying to understand something. I think Nightmare Fuel is super anti-theist. I mean, again, I'm not. If you want to be anti-theist, that's fine, but I don't see it as hugely useful. Like, I'm all for limiting. I like separation of church and state type things. I think that shit is very important. But your own personal beliefs. What's the point in being angry at someone for believing something that you don't?
The way I see it as well is like you meet somebody at a party, you get on with them really well.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, cool. And then you start being friends with them, and then they tell you that they're religious. And then suddenly, because you're an anti-theist,
you can't be friends with them.
You suddenly
they're really cool, and they're not even pushy about it. But you're pushy about your anti-theism. I think you're the dickhead in that position.
So you're letting your own beliefs limit your enjoyment.
Yeah.
Which is basically what the religious do. So
Sick is anti-psychopath. Oh, is Sick an anti-psychopath? I mean, I'm not a psych. I hope I'm not a psychopath.
No, you're too empathetic to be a psychopath. I'm more of a psychopath than you are.
Nightmare Fuel is also a Warhawk lunatic too, though. As in the game, or is that some kind of thing that I don't understand? There is a lot that I don't understand.
So when I see Warhawk, I just think like the equipping hawks with like missiles. And
to be fair, that's a good point. Being anti-theist doesn't mean you're angry, but there are a lot of anti-theists who are very angry. I can understand. Like, you could be It's like with all things. You could be whatever you want, as long as you're not a fucking arsehole about it. Some people are... Like, you could be against religion and still be friends with someone who's religious, and you just make fun of them for it, and maybe they make fun of you for your position. And if you can be like that, that's fine. But, I mean, I've had people, and a not insignificant number of them, have a go at me for not being anti-theist. And these are obviously the vocal. This is the problem, and it's something that you always have to be very aware of.
It's the same with everything. Like
the vocal minority.
The smallest minority ends up being the loudest.
And the only the only interactions I've had with anti-theists has been the dickheads, because the dickheads love to be dickheads about things. So that's a fair point. But like I said, like, at the end of the day, the anti-theists who aren't dickheads about it, I don't even notice them existing. So, Warhawk equal person who very pro intervention, as in
intervention of what?
I'm assuming intervention of someone's religious beliefs. I mean, yeah, that's weird. Kids back to school, so I gotta take a nap. Thank you very much for the fun. Been swell. Oh, your kids are back at school. Our kids are not. Anyway, thanks very much. You go nap. Naps are good. Naps are the best.
I got lucky. I was Christian till one Sunday after I turned 13. Mum came into my room with a few books about different religions and told me that I'm old enough to choose my own beliefs.
That's
that's
a very
fair
fair way of doing things.
Like, well,
But you have to choose one of them. There is definitely a God, and she hit you across the face with all the books.
Well, like the girls, because they go to a Christian school.
Oh, right. Intervention in other countries, as in pro... I don't want to say pro-war, but I guess, the term is war hawk. Yeah, I ain't pro-intervention. Maybe I'm a massive pussy.
I don't know, certain circumstances require it, but a lot of the time, if there's no actual real reason...
I've never been convinced of a reason to go to war with another country. Maybe I'm just a huge pussy. I don't know. I don't care. Hail Satan. Hail Satan. Hail Satan. Why is everybody Hail Satan? Where did that come from?
Is that from the documentary that we watched?
Which one?
The
Satanist one.
Satanists who...
Oh, that was lots of fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Hail Stan.
Hail Satin.
Did I miss something?
Probably.
I feel like I missed something. But oh, hi Demon Orb, how you doing, mate? The UK segregates its school not by skin but by religion.
No,
it doesn't. That's actually illegal.
Yeah, the school are pretty aware, probably, that we are atheists, and they don't care.
Yeah, there are.
And there's Muslims that go to the Christian school.
Our kids go to a Christian school. This is I'm not super fucking happy about it.
It's funded by the Christian church, therefore it's a Christian school.
Yeah.
But
they have to go by certain things, so you know.
But the Church of England is not as harsh as it used to be.
It's certainly not as big as it used to be.
It's way not. No, it's not. Basically, they do it as a way of trying to recruit new members for their church.
It's actually kind of hilarious. Here's a hilarious thing about our kids. We've been very, very gentle on the Mrs. Before they were born, you were still technically religious.
Yeah.
After they were born, you were still technically. That's what I meant to say. But you've sort of come into your atheism after that, and. You know, I've been there for a fucking longest time. But we've never... In the same way that we don't like it when people push their religion on kids, I don't want to push atheism onto kids. So we talk very broadly about... there are things that people believe. Other people believe these things. Other people believe that things. When they came back from school... And they were talking about Jesus and God and stuff because they'd learned about it and angels and all this. And, you know, we just had a discussion about it. They were very young at the time. And
yeah, they're about 5.
I'm not sure how much they understood of it. But we thought we'd come away with, like, giving them just some things, some food for thought.
The first thing I did was, because
I want to... I've got to finish the story because it's good. The story of when... When we went to my mum and her fella's place, someone mentioned God, and the kids immediately went, "God's not real."
No, your uncle. It was Christmas. Your uncle was pretty drunk, and he sat down. He went, "Oh God," because he sat down. He was dizzy.
Yeah.
And one of the kids just went, "God's not real."
God's not, and yeah, and I was like. We had not instilled that in them at all. We just discussed that different people believe different things, and if they have certain beliefs, they can hold them and what have you. This is what Mummy and Daddy believe, and I guess we want to believe what Mummy and Daddy believe, which makes a certain sense. But holy shit, we had not gone. God's not real.
We were trying to make them.
I could not stop fucking laughing.
I give them we both of us did it. We give them open-ended questions. To try and instill some sort of critical thinking with them. And they said, okay, you believe God's real? And I said, yeah. I went, okay, where's God? And he went, oh, he's everywhere. I went, well, in science, we can detect things.
Yeah.
And
Trying to just...
And because we can detect things on, even to the point where we can detect things on a molecular level.
That's a good point. If they'd have learned it from me, they'd have said, God doesn't real.
We can, and I said, like, so we can see things that are very small,
Yeah.
but we haven't found God there.
Yeah.
And we can also see things that are really far away, and we haven't found God there. So where do you think God is? And they went,
And then you were like, oh, and then you smacked him across the room.
And she said, oh, well, God's invisible. And I said, well, if he's invisible, how do you know he's real? I went, because if you can't see him, can't touch him, can't smell him, and all these things.
Oh, you're a worse atheist than me.
And I went, well, how? Yeah, but I was
You're
trying. I'm inciting critical thinking.
I know.
And I was like, well, how do you know he's real? And then that kind of stopped it. And they were like, oh yeah, God's not real. And but then one came, I don't think God's real, but I think angels are real. So I just did the same thing again. I went, have you ever seen one? What do they look like? And asking all these questions.
We haven't done anything close to the same with the Tooth Fairy or Santa, because fuck that.
Because of also,
they need a little bit of magic in their life. Fuck me.
Because also I'm really into ancient Egypt and stuff, so I gave.
You went Thoth. He's fucking real. In it.
What the fuck is Thoth?
I don't know. How is it?
Thoth.
What?
To be honest, that's the Greek name. I don't use the Greek names. I use the ancient Egyptian names.
Okay. What's that then?
Jehuti.
Oh, I like that one as well. Fuck. That's such a better name as well. And also, you know, because I really like...
Yeah, I like the ancient Egyptian names. I don't like the Greek
What's
names.
the game I like with Jehuti in it? The fucking robots game.
Well, that narrows it down. But yeah, so I gave them.
Someone will know.
I read to them some of the books that I have on ancient Egyptian gods and mythology and things like that.
Santa quacks like a duck. Prove
and I was
me
like,
wrong.
so this is one religion that's it's not around anymore. It's gone. And I was like, and
pardon me.
I told them about other religions as well, and I was like, and they're still around. And I was like, yeah. So what if this religion ends up not being around anymore? Does that mean everything in it's still true? And yeah, and getting them to actually think. And that's the main thing that I've been trying to do with them.
Is Inup one of the actual... Is Inup one of the right ones?
What?
Inup.
Inup?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the fucking...
Which one?
I don't know. You're looking at me like I'm an idiot. Which Zone of Enders, yay.
What the hell's Inup?
Inup. Something like that. Fuck. I can't remember.
You mean the giant snake one?
Yeah.
That's Apep.
Oh no. No, it's not that one. Although Apep's cool.
Apep's like he's basically embodiment of evil.
Yeah, cool.
He says he whispers things into people's ears to make them do bad things. That's what the ancient Egyptians believed.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's called Isfet.
Not stolen from any...
Isfet is the inclination
no
to
one,
do
no
bad
one
things.
stole that idea. The Bible should just be full of original
the
idea, don't steal.
The amount of stuff that you find in... Well, to be honest, it makes sense.
It's shared across a lot of religions.
Yeah, it was so... And Egypt was like a huge, massive... like
Snakes get a fucking bad... What did snakes actually do?
They had good and bad snake gods in ancient Egypt because they're both good and bad. So.
But now they just have bad.
Yeah, now they're just bad because Bible, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, you know, you have a particular fetish. You get yourself a constrictor.
Neith is neat. That's the ancient Egyptian name.
He's a neat guy.
She's a goddess, but okay.
She's a neat guy.
She's a goddess of weaving.
Hey, Sick, how do you typically respond to the God is everywhere response, i.e. the existence of trees, animals, etc., to the question of how a Christian knows God is real? The similar one that I fielded is I know God is real because look around at how beautiful everything is. If that's close enough, I feel that way. You know, yes, everything is beautiful to us or to a lot of us because we are pre-programmed to go, oh, look at the thing over there, let's go explore. That has been an evolutionary advantage for humankind, to like the way things look and want to go toward and figure them out.
Yeah, we were nomads.
Yeah, that's sort of an important thing.
One of the things that I like is one thing that is particularly innate in humans, which has made the reason why we're so widespread is because we are curious.
Yeah. But
Don't boop the name Danger Noodle.
But if the other one is you know, if God, because a lot of the time that one comes with, oh, these beautiful animals, these lovely things. They always like to mention the nice ones, and then you do a Stephen Fry and you talk about that one that burrows into children's eyes and makes them blind. What a lovely fucking creature. Thanks, God.
There's flies that do that. There's fish that do that. There's
all sorts of fucked up shit
Yeah.
that does fucked up shit to people. And
like you can go really fucking simple with that. A tiger.
Tigers are cool though.
Tigers are cool and they're very pretty and they're beautiful, but they will rip your face off.
And yeah, how beautiful is it now? It's sat still. Now, how beautiful is it about a foot from your face, mouth open,
Or,
claws ready?
Gorillas.
Mm.
Like if I forgot what they're called now. Silverbacks.
Yeah.
If a silverback gorilla does not take a liking to you, he will beat you to death.
Or just rip you in half.
And they're
Like a fucking...
they're beautiful and interesting creatures, and very obviously because they're quite big and they're there. And they're very well heard of, but they will beat the shit out of you.
How about COVID-19? Yeah, God definitely said that. I would.
Proof of God.
I'm sure aliens from a planet made out of methane and farts thinks our planet is hell. I mean, that's a very good point. They're like, oh, look at this shit pile. Isn't it beautiful?
So my sort of take on it, if somebody says, oh, well, look around at nature, how do you explain, like, God is everywhere in nature? And I'm like, one, why do you need a church then? Or why do you need a synagogue? Why do you need a mosque?
Mm.
If God is in nature, why don't you go in nature to worship them rather than a man-made building?
Well, there's fucking animals out there. They're gross. I hate them. And also
there's
people.
mud and grass and pollen. Ugh. And then the other one is we have telescopes that can see miles and miles and hundreds of miles away, and we still can't see anything that resembles anything to do with God.
I like what Major we have far horizon sickness.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, you have a big problem.
I have that. Yeah. I have ennui.
I have I don't want to get out of bed sickness. I like that one.
And then the other one is we can see things really down to a molecular level.
Reality.
And we still haven't found anything. So
reality is just a game of Sims played by a sadistic unemployed being. Definitely unemployed. I mean, the amount of times I've had to fucking climb out of a pole because the fucking step ladder.
I get particularly existential. It's part of my condition, I suppose. But I get the idea like, well, technically, I don't exist. I am just electrical impulses.
Yeah.
That happen to be going in a particular way, in a particular fashion that makes me think that I am alive.
Let's compromise on Scientology.
Like,
that's real.
Is my TV alive because that's run on electricity? And it's like, yeah, I get really existential like that.
I mean, no. Because unless my TV's a fucking asshole.
It is, though. The speaker thing doesn't fucking work on it, and you have to turn the volume all the way up to make it work.
I think
so
that's
it's really
just the
fucking
speakers.
loud.
I think that's just the speakers.
No, because I was messing about with the computer volume, and it did jack shit, and then I started messing with the TV volume, and it worked, so...
I've messed around with the computer volume, and it's done it.
Just get some new speakers, then.
I'll get you some new speakers.
Use the ones that are on my computer, because I don't fucking use them.
I can't plug those ones into that telly.
Sad. Cat's going through the bags.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have to put that shopping away at some point. Not now, though, because I can't be asked to move.
Let's compromise on Scientology. That's probably our real, I guess. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, Scientology is something I need to, like...
I don't know, that baffles me. Because I've heard, like, different stories of what it actually is.
You exist, and so is your TV. Right? That's called it. Both alive. we are processes, not objects like fire. I mean, that is a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched what is it? Curse Again. I like that show. It's got birds in it, and they talk about science, and they do pretty good. I like watching that with the kids, but they did one on the processes that make you alive, or how being alive works, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's somewhat simplified, but they go
yeah,
pretty in depth. It's good. It's good.
It
I think
is
it's
really
very good.
good.
I like any science content that's accessible, and they're very good at that. But like the whole thing, like there was the viruses thing, because you can't catch viruses because you're not alive, because they're not alive, and blah blah blah, and like what is alive, and obviously there are very specific definitions of alive, and there are less specific definitions of alive. But the thing to me about, like, I know that most people don't think that viruses are alive, but I don't know of anything else that isn't alive and also evolves, and viruses do definitely evolve, so that's interesting to say the least.
I don't know, because we're so big in comparison to a virus, and we evolve very slowly because we're a lot bigger. But viruses are teeny tiny, so they would evolve quicker.
I mean, generally speaking, size does...
they're a lot simpler.
Yeah, but they're not as alive.
So, I don't know, that would, to me, would mean it's
One
alive.
of the things that doesn't make it alive is that the reason alive things are alive because they can produce their own energy, I think is the point. Whereas viruses don't do that. Or something like that. I can't fucking remember. But, yeah, it's interesting, regardless. I named myself after my favourite god. Have you played Final Fantasy 13 LR? I'm not sure which one that is. Game kind of stuck, but the story ideas are amazing. I mean, I played Final Fantasy 13. I played a bit of its sequel, 13-2, I think it was just called.
I thought it was called Lightning something.
Lightning Returns. I think that's the third one. The second one, Lightning Returns... Yeah, I don't know which god though, because I got bored very quickly into the sequel. I actually beat Final Fantasy 13. I don't know why. I think because it cost millions and it's very, very pretty, at least for the time. I'm a software dev. There are softwares that evolve. I made many. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But the question is, like, where do you get the point between... Could you design a piece of software that would eventually become self-aware? I mean, would it have enough power and all that trash? But that's a good point.
I don't know, like, we're technically software in that sense as well, though. Because we were, as kids, you're predisposed to a certain extent by what you're surrounded with.
Am I playing Call of Duty Warzone? No. Not Call of Duty, not Warzone, not anything like that. I mostly don't play multiplayer games. I am not that into that shit. Yeah, I mean, in that terms, what he's saying is that there's other things that are not alive and evolve, which is a very good point.
Technically, we're not alive.
Technically, nothing is alive.
This
Viruses
is all
are
a
a really
dream.
interesting thing. Yeah. Everything in existence was formed out of gas. Balhu is the god of farts. Farts is a gas. Balhu is the one true god of creation. See the logic? I mean, I can't deny it. I've got to agree. A god of farts seems more likely than anything else. Software that evolves to become self-aware is called seed AI. I did not know that, but that is a cool word that I will try and remember.
Is that like the one with that Google had? And they basically said, search the internet, find dog faces, and the AI became obsessed with dogs to the point where it started like finding dogs where there weren't any dogs.
Right. I seem to recall something like that. I know that I think it was Microsoft made an AI, and it just very quickly became racist.
Oh my god!
Not because it was like inevitable or anything, but because people thought it was really funny to make it racist, and it wasn't hard to do. Because you don't... you got the thing you have to understand about the internet is it's absolutely jam packed with assholes who think that being a twat is funny, and I'm one of them, but not one of those kinds. But I did think that was funny, even if it is very distasteful. Mm. Rocks evolve into planets. I mean,
No. Planets are flesh.
yeah, planets are made of flesh. That we've already discussed that. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only changed from form, from chemical potential, blah blah blah. Okay, thank you. Confirmation bias for dogs. I mean, to be fair, everyone should have confirmation bias for dogs. You don't, because you're a monster, and you know that you would get kicked out of bed.
I like dogs. I just don't want to own one. They stink.
But you have a me. I'm pretty smelly.
Your mum's dog was in the house for 2 minutes.
He is a smelly
Right?
bastard.
I went into the other room, came back in. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
It stanks a doggo in here.
Oh God, it was so bad. It was air freshener everywhere.
He's a good boy, though.
He's lovely. He's really nice, but he stinks.
My main concern with him is the fact that he sits on you and he goes... and he's like, what is wrong with you? And he's fine. He's just really excited. Our dog is full of love. The thing I don't like about dogs, compared to cats, is how sort of solid they are. You don't really get super soft dogs, except for as puppies. Whereas cats always stay fluffy as fuck.
Yeah, I prefer cats. I always have done.
I like cats, they're fine. I like dogs too. I'd like a dog. But I'd really like a fox.
I don't know, I think I'm biased against purring. Because dogs...
You mean for purring?
Dogs got all those noises, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
But cats, they just sit there and purr, and it's great.
I bet you'd have one of those very talkative, what's name dogs?
Oh, the huskies. No, because they're really fucking hairy. And then you have to shave them.
You have to shave them. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't imagine what a shaved husky looks like.
Every summer you have to shave them down.
Do you mean shave or clip?
Yeah, clip the hair, shave them.
It's not the same as shaving.
Like a sheep. You don't shave to the skin
Shear.
with it. Shear, then.
Yeah.
Shear.
Shearing and shaving is not the same fucking thing. Mrs. Sick confirmed racist against doggos. That is a fact backed up by science.
Some of my best friends are dogs.
You don't have any friends. Not only is she racist against dogs, she's also a fucking liar. Some of my family owns 3 dogs and 2 cats. I mean, what I always want, and actually Mrs. Sick kind of agrees, is she does love the idea of a dog and a cat who are like best mates. And I think that is one of those things that is just like ideal. If we could have a dog that didn't smell, I don't know if there's a kind of unsmelly dog, preferably short-haired as well, then Mrs. Sick would be okay with that. But dogs aren't particularly good at keeping themselves clean. Cat law, if she fits, she sits. Yes, and our cat has a habit of, if I go into the bathroom and shut the door, she slams her head against the door until it opens in a very violent fashion. She like, bursts in as if she's being chased by something.
You know, I've been watching The Walking Dead. It's like when the zombies coming through the doors.
She's so desperately trying to get in, like her life depended on it. And then she just runs up to me and goes, meow. Occasionally she'll hop up, claw my knee, and then hop back down. And very occasionally she will immediately jump into my now downed pants and then lie in it like a hammock.
Yeah.
Which is both adorable and funny, and then really, really annoying when I need to get up. So I've just started pulling my pants up all the way and letting her fall out of the leg. It takes a while, but it's always funny. Yorkshire Terriers don't stink, have lots of hair. It does not shed any.
They don't have... Yorkshire Terriers don't have fur, though. They have hair. So maybe that's the difference.
Maybe. I mean, if they don't stink, that would be a bonus. Because I would love a dog. and I'd love to add something to the house out of my own choice. That was another burden. Cat was your idea. Kids were your idea. I think I should be able to add a burden out of my own that I have to look after. My cat likes to jump onto our screen door and hang on to it. Oh my Christ. See, dogs don't do shit like that. Dogs don't climb your curtains. And she tried. She got bollocked for that. That is a major upside of dogs. I mean, but cats don't tend to explode furniture. I love that fucking Dalmatian sat on the couch and it's just like, I was just sitting here and the dang thing exploded. I'm just as surprised as you are. Like, fucking hell. Yeah. Oh, I had to put my 22-year-old kitty to sleep on New Year's.
That's a good...
I mean, that's a good innings.
That's a good age.
That's
that.
amazing.
Most cats don't even live... cats live like 15, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. And if they I don't know how to put, if they were well, like not in pain at that point, and they passed peacefully, that's the best. I think that's the best way to do it.
I'd want to go in my sleep. Yeah.
You will.
Like, to fall asleep and then pass would be way more beneficial than dying so violently, so...
I want to explode.
I know you do, but...
I want to cover as many people in my blood as possible. That's one of my stipulations for death. Right, we're going to have to go through this again. When I die, I want to be hit by an extremely expensive car, preferably some kind of Lamborghini or a Ferrari, that then plows me into a power station that's next to that explodes and also explodes the orphanage that's next door to it. The power station cuts out power for as many local hospitals as possible, that for some reason it overblows their backups at the same time. Because I want to cause as much physical, emotional and financial damage as possible with my death. And I think that's only fair.
You're going to die in a care home.
I'm going to die surrounded by loved ones like an asshole. Right. Entertain people, I really need a wee. Because you went for a wee and I went, oh, that would be good. Oh, my lips.
I have two cats. One constantly opens every last cabinet in the kitchen.
Oh my god, just every day, just in case.
And tears out everything and spreads it all over. The other goes in and sleeps in my pots. Yeah, cats are assholes. It's probably why I like them so much. What truck con Iziki? Do Northerners mummify their dead in grave? That'd be fantastic. And now for the submersion. Just lowered into gravy. The sick will be surrounded by whiskey bottles. Oh god, probably. He'd be buried alive with like kegs. That's how he's gonna go. I'll make sure of it.
Okay, got some fun. While I was having a wee, I thought, let's just check out some comments. I got 3 from the same person on my recent the Fog Makes the Earth Flat video. And these are some doozies. Total lack of current science. Gravity is not a force and has not been since 1925. Earth is a flat stationary plane. Molecular entropy. Gases expand in all directions and fill the available space. A natural law. We live in an eclipsed system. Space is fake. And then realised he said, an enclosed system. Because he doesn't know how to edit his own comments, apparently. And then, I understand gravity and I know it does not exist. There is no fucking punctuation in this, by the way. I'm adding it through my own ability as a person with a brain. I understand gravity and I know it does not exist. There's no space there, but you, my friend, are an idiot. You're, not the correct you're, living in Narnia. Typical condescending fool mocking reality. Shame on you, man of little understanding. You are an idiot, in all caps. And I'm going to like that. And which one am I going to pin? They're all so good. I'm going to go with that one because just... Wait, can I not pin that? Ah, there we go, pin. There we go, pin. Yes, I'm an asshole who pins people who make stupid comments. I don't fucking care. I usually pin comments to make sure that I can find them again. Because as much as I'm still a Diddy channel, theoretically, I get enough comments that it's very easy to lose track of a conversation. So I have, and I often interact with people who say fucking annoying, unfair shit to me. And I want to see what the fuck they are going to say in response to the thing I've said. I'm trying to go, you're a dipshit.
God, you're petty.
No, that's not petty. It's not petty to want to try and have a discussion with someone and figure out what the fuck's going on with them. And eventually figure out that, they don't actually give a shit about having an actual discussion. They just want to be right. Which annoys the piss out. I really find it annoying when someone goes, fine, take your win. Walk away like you want. It's like, I don't want to fucking win. I want to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. Why do you believe this? Why do you think this absolute gibbering nonsense? And I don't even say it like that. I'm like, apart from when I'm drunk, I should not answer comments when I'm drunk because I am a total asshole. But, if I'm sober and I'm commenting on something, I'm trying to get to the bottom of why they think what they think. It's the fucking empathy thing again. As much as I am a dickhead who makes a dickhead comedy videos, most of them are most of the jokes I make are self-deprecating. Oh, that's a point. That was the point. That was the thing I wanted to talk about, being annoyed about. The reason that my video was in YouTube jail, the one that's just come out, is because it was deemed by only one, but that's all it took at the time. One reviewer, cat just tried to bite Mrs. Sick. Maybe she shouldn't be fucking with the cat. Maybe we shouldn't have a cat. Maybe we should have a dog.
She was showing me her ass, right? So I was
So
scratching...
you put a finger in it?
Oh my god, no. I was scratching the base of her tail. Because she likes that. And she obviously didn't like it.
Oh, yeah?
I have cut my nails today. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, maybe it's too sharp. Maybe you just jabbed her. Like a stabby little bitch you are. But,
it's fine. She likes me again.
But yeah, the video was considered hateful content, which is the second time that's happened. And then someone else has said, no, this is fine. What the fuck's wrong with you, to the other person? Not to them, but, I don't get it. I don't get what the fuck... I don't get how making fun mostly of myself is considered hateful content, but whatever.
Maybe YouTube's just looking out for you. Are you alright, man? You seem to be making a lot of jokes about yourself.
It was, oh my god, it was hateful content against me. That's the problem. I am the minority. I am the thing that they're trying to protect, trying to save me from myself. But I'm never going to stop making jokes about myself. I'm an asshole. I'm a complete fucking idiot too. Self-deprecation is my favourite form of deprecation. The primary force of the universe is entropy. And God, I can't wait till we get there. Sooner rather than later.
I'm an entropic entity.
I was going to go, you're a bitch, but that seemed a bit unfair.
Close enough.
Sorry, you're a fat bitch? Video banned for hate speech. But she thought it was funny. She's allowed. There is nothing more annoying than stupid. I do find myself very annoying. That's very true. I love it when the dumbest comments get pinned on videos. Yeah. I have a habit of doing that. Maybe it makes me a massive dipshit. But most of the time, here's the thing. They enjoy it. They enjoy the attention. They said stupid shit for the attention. So why not give them a bit of it? I get to read some fun comments, and they get to fucking prove how much of an idiot they are, I guess. Gravity isn't a force, it's just entropy. Is that what he said? I don't even remember what he said at this point. If that's just true, then go jump off a bridge. Well, that's the thing. They always go, oh, well, actually, it's this thing that's stupid, or this thing that's stupid. Like, there's the constantly rising Earth idea. And I say idea in quotes.
Actually, I'm an insecure person that has no life, which is why I'm on YouTube making paragraphs of comments.
Actually, that wasn't even close to one of the longest ones. It was fine.
I've seen some of the ones. You went, let me show you this. And he clicked on the comment and he just kept going and going and going and going.
Scroll and scroll. I didn't even know YouTube allowed comments this long. I think they've somehow found the hack. Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't had like a major influx of flat earthers or any of the particular group who is upset. I mean, maybe I've just missed them, which is completely possible, but usually they're pretty fucking obvious when they turn up in droves. And I fucking love making idiot comment videos. I haven't gotten to make one of those in about 2 years. I don't know if YouTube is not spreading them properly. Like, my reach has definitely declined, and a lot of people's reaches have apparently declined. There seems to be a thing about how YouTube functions now, where unless absolutely fucking everybody who gets your video in their inbox watches it straight away, YouTube barely fucking promotes it, which is annoying to say the least, and very, very counterproductive as far as I'm concerned.
Flat earthers seem to be relatively quiet recently. It's because they can't go into their cars and drive around filming themselves, that's why.
Right now, yeah. I mean, how else do you make a video if not putting everybody else in danger? What's the point of making a video if someone mightn't die? You should do a video or a few on a guy named Jesse Lee Peterson. Just look him up. You'll be dumbfounded at some of the things the dude says. If you can do me a favour and send me one, either on Twitter or via email, I would be very grateful. As has been said, I will completely forget that you even said that by the time we're finished here. Some people have to force themselves to write in sentences and not paragraphs. Guilty here. But that sounds painfully obtuse. I have a bad habit of writing something out as one block of text, but then I will then go through it and add the punctuation, because I want things to sound the way I speak. Sometimes I use punctuation wrong in order to have it said the way I speak, because as far as I'm concerned, language and written language isn't there to be a very specific strict way, which it kind of is and it kind of isn't, but mostly language is there to communicate in the way that you want to communicate. And yeah, leave the flat earthers alone, they're only trying to flatten the curve. YouTube has said that they are trying to bury videos without factual backing to prevent the spread of misinformation. Flat earth and COVID. Oh, right. Yeah, unfortunately, I do think that I have probably been somewhat caught up in that fucking bullshit, which is nice. And at the end of the day, that stuff still exists, and that stuff still gets spread on other websites using YouTube as its place to go. So I think they could do a better job of it. The Eastern European sounding dude. Is that?
Well, that narrows it down.
I mean, I've got a number of Eastern European sounding dudes, who are people that I've paid attention to an extent. I was almost going to do a video on this one guy who sounded like a European Christopher Walken. And if I end up doing the video I have of him, I'm definitely making that joke. I don't want to do a Christopher Walken impression now because it's very bad, but I also don't want to spoil it because it amuses the fuck out of me. It's the same kind of thing where everybody has a... I think everybody has a Christopher Walken impression and everyone has a... my brain wanted to say Steven Spielberg.
Sean Connery.
I love the fact that you knew.
Well, I know you, that's why. Because you repeat yourself frequently.
That's because I forget.
Yeah, I know you do.
Who are you? What are you doing in my ass? YouTube can do a better job of a lot of things, in fucking deed. But yeah, I mean... But the thing is, like, I like to think that I've gotten a lot better at being a lot funnier and making funnier videos. So my videos spread a lot less now since I've gotten better at doing videos, which has unfortunate timing to say the least. So I need to... Again, it's one of those things. Like, I need to work harder and I need to figure out how to internet. It kind of looked like one of the characters in the stream is sneaking up on the other to take him from behind. I mean, that's me taking Mrs. Sick from behind. So, I mean, that is not an uncommon occurrence. I'll be honest. It's very, very common. Not in a sex way. Mostly in a... I can't put this in any way that doesn't sound like a sex way. I was going to say tickles, but those...
No, it's when I bend over, you take any opportunity to start thrusting at me as well.
Yeah, but if I ever...
Like, I'll bend over, pick up the socks that are on the floor, and you're just instantly behind me going,
I learnt it from you.
Did you? I rarely do that to you, though.
You've done it enough. Literally every time I've ever bent over in front of you, immediate thrust.
If you can't thrust your boyfriend from behind, what's the point?
If you can't thrust your partner from behind, regardless of what gender's who, then you don't love each other. There must be thrusties. Musty thrust. Which just sounds kind of gross when I think about it. What time is it? Oh, it's way past 10, but... Yeah, well, we'll go on till just past 11. That sounds fair. What's this I see? Up next, a new Cersei video from yesterday that I didn't get a notification about.
Yeah, that happens to me as well.
Yeah.
I get notifications like 3 days after the fact sometimes as well.
I mean, it does end up in your sub box.
Their system is dodged.
Well, this is in the up next rather than an actual notification. But I'm assuming that you've ticked the bell. Have you done the bell? There's a notification bell. Or are you talking about an email?
What bell? I don't do bells.
There's a bell that you can click on any channel that you're subscribed to, which will send you a notification through YouTube.
Yeah. The only one I've done the bell for is PewDiePie.
You would.
What? He's entertaining.
You Swedish loving freak.
You're the ceiling gang.
I am so ceiling gang. But yeah, I mean, like, well, that's one of the things. I really should be more proactive with the sort of annoying YouTube crap. Like, remember to like and subscribe and blah de blah blah blah. And thanks, Base here.
Bass.
Bass?
So fish on it.
No, I'm going to go with bass. I'm pretty sure he means bass. That is a speaker shaped like a fish. Oh my god, if there isn't a bass speaker shaped like a bass, then the world is officially worth destroying. We're set on personalised for some reason. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't think if they... Oh, that's something... Here's something that annoyed me. Sorry. Here's something that annoyed me about YouTube. As just... My life is just being annoyed about YouTube. They have kind of sort of deactivated Creator Studio Classic, which is my preferred way to upload videos. I fucking hate that they've done this. There is like one thing that Creator Studio New does that is okay and is fine, and then many things that it does which are just the most annoying shit on the face of the planet, and I hate it. I don't like the new one. They've taken away.
Oh, you were banging on about how it does automatic adverts or something.
Oh, that was a thing. I've had a few people complaining about where I place adverts, and I've tried to be very fair. I based my advertising placements on. You said PewDiePie. I took PewDiePie's amount and I made it less than him. I thought that would be very. If one of the most popular YouTubers has that amount and people aren't that fussed about it, having less than that seems to be like a fair metric. And it was an amount that I was more than happy with. I don't mind, and it's approximately every 5 minutes. It can change somewhat because I try and sort of place them in good places for the ads to go. But other than that, I try and make them about every 5 minutes. But I've had people complain about them. I've had very angry comments about my amount of adverts and what a piece of shit, and I had all caps, I'm unsubscribing now kind of shit. And then I discovered that YouTube's own system for it puts in at least one extra advert. So, much shorter time periods between them. And I was like, oh, well then fuck that guy. If that's what YouTube deems as fair, then I am probably being too fair, and I could probably be making, $5 more because it's not a well-paid gig. But yeah, that annoyed the piss out of me. A bass playing bass on a bass shaped like a... Wait, a bass shaped like a bass or a bass shaped like a bass? Now that's confusing. Team Skeptic. Sometime around July, I'm hosting an award show for the creators called the Debunkies. I'll be reaching out to you on Twitter to get you to be a part of it. No real work necessary. I'd love to be part of it. That sounds awesome. Stupidest YouTuber, handsomest YouTuber, good at the sexiest YouTuber. All of these belong to me. If you have prizes, you can't give them to anybody else. That's a fact backed up by science, just telling you. If you want no ads, pay for YouTube Red. It's like $10 a month. Like, honestly, if I'm not that bothered if people use adblock. The way I see it, and the way I do it actually, is for a long time, until YouTube started fucking me about, I know Internet Explorer, fuck you Sursic, what the fuck is wrong with you using Internet Explorer? I like the fact that you can take a tab from Internet Explorer, drag it down to the Windows hotbar, and it turns into an icon for that website. That's a nice thing that Chrome doesn't fucking do. Chrome just makes more Chrome tabs, and I hate it. If it made icons for it, I wouldn't mind so much. But anyway, I would watch stuff that was bullshit using Chrome with adblock on, if it had too many ads and I was grossed out, or if it was stuff that just didn't deserve monetization from my own very humble opinion. But on the other stretch of that, but most of the people that I liked, I would watch on the Internet Explorer thing because it didn't have an ad block, or at least not one that I'd installed. But the thing with adblock you can do is if you like certain creators and don't like others, you can whitelist. So you can whitelist particular YouTube pages. So, if you really like someone, that's something you should do. But again, ultimately, I just want people to enjoy my stuff. If I can make a buck doing this, which is what I try to do, I've worked very, very hard to make enough money to be something that I can do more often. But yeah. Do you ever watch Creaky or Simon Dan? I've watched a bit of Creaky. I know who Simon Dan is, and he's doing very well. Congratulations to him for that. But not really. I don't really watch other skeptics, or whatever you want to call us. other debunking YouTubers. Mostly because I don't have the time.
And partly because you put up with it every day.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Is like I'm sat there watching stupid people day in, day out. I'm constantly looking for new stupid people. And most of the time, if I watch another debunking YouTuber, it will be because they've found something completely insane and I'm curious. But I don't want to... I spend many hours during the day listening to people say stupid shit and the same stupid shit over and over again. And yeah, that's probably a good reason why I don't spend that much time watching them. But yeah, occasionally I'll watch my carbon copy who has a European twang, Radical. But mostly if I know that he has featured me in one of his videos for no reason.
Yes, I know, and thank you. I bought a Slur 6 shirt as well. Hey, toilet paper. Expensive toilet paper.
Great toilet paper, excellent. Rewashable toilet paper. Do not flush that toilet paper. Bad plans. Causes floods. Wouldn't know why. I have not flushed yet. Flat Earthers math. If you have 4 pencils and I have 7 apples, how many pancakes would fit on the roof? Purple, because aliens don't wear hats. That sounds like something I would say. Simon Dan is a bit of a charisma vacuum. I like that Team Skeptic ricks them a new one. Simon Dan, he's popular, so he must be doing something right. I've been told that people like me, not because I'm not particularly the smart, but that I take a different. I will take the piss out of every little stupid thing they said, rather than the sort of broader scientific stuff. If they say anything stupid, I usually pick up on it. Is something that's been said to me, and I always wanted to be like I've seen. I've seen a lot of the much more scientific based guys, like you've got Potholer, and you've got even Logic, who has a comedy bent, is more sort of scientifically literate than I think I am. I've been very focused on humour, more so the more I go on with my channel. Occasionally, someone will say stuff that I will know how to deal with on a proper level, and I will actually debunk it properly. But even then, that's why I like watching you. Thank you. Dan watches a stupid video and at the end he tuts and says goodbye. That's kind of I can't respect the game. It's gonna be funny. Yes, funny. Yeah. So I try my best. My biggest issue has always been, though, finding something to do. And I really want to start one of my biggest issues, like, I'm sure that I could write a very funny video without any fucking need to bounce off a piece of content. But even talking about it right now terrifies me. That makes the anxious part of me just go, what the fuck what are you talking about? You couldn't do that. You can't be funny on your own. What the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking idiot?
On that note, I need a piss. I'm literally so afraid of
Trying something new. So I need to piss myself. I mean, I have done that. Very short video.
I'm here now. Ask me anything. I don't know, I prefer the point and laugh ones because there's obviously people out there who are a lot more intelligent and a lot more learned for doing particular type of breakdowns of what people say in their arguments, but I don't know. I think pointing and laughing is always going to be valid in some way. Nobody wants to talk to me. It's not the whiskey. No, it's not the fact that he's like had half a bottle to himself. No, it's not that. Get a beer, take a piss, you'll be fine.
Get a beer, take piss. I take the piss. I take all of the piss.
And then I put it in a bucket and then I pour it.
What size do you wear, Mrs. C?
Size what?
Size of what?
Yeah. What science do you wear? She
Bra
wears
size?
Big.
Shoe size? 5.
Oh, she's got tiny little freak feet.
I can't remember what the European one is, but I think it's 5. Jesus Christ, dude.
Is that my... Apologies. My...
It's not a blanket. What the hell is this called?
Dressing gown.
Yeah, that. Fucking hell, why is everything falling?
Favourite band music artist? I don't have a favourite. I'm very wide spectrum of what I listen to.
Currently, mostly Beat Saber music.
No, the other day I was listening to Russian hard bass.
As you do.
But then I go back to the 90s stuff and 80s stuff and then the 60s stuff and 2000s and then Beat Saber stuff again and then metal music and then pop music. I listen to all sorts of crap.
I'm big into metal, but most of the Beat Saber music is stuck in me now because
Not the official stuff. Although some of the official stuff is good. But the really, really good tracks, custom tracks are fucking amazing. And I just want to listen to something that my brain, it hypes me up. I think is the best way to put it. Laughing at a man who says, because I am the stupid, is typically a highlight of my week. Thank you. If he didn't have holes for the eye, Sir Sick could always use his helmet. I mean, you say that. There's no actual holes there. Those are just black bits of tape. And then the helmet is just filled with whiskey. It's basically like a space helmet. It's that, but just filled with... That's why you hear the bubbles occasionally. I was thinking about this the other day. The amount of...
Your testy script on the mic again.
Oh god, they get everywhere. They're so fucking big. I was thinking about the amount of Cirsic facts, as in things that I've said about my character or things in relation to me and my channel as the character of Cirsic. The amount of stuff that's completely contradictory to each other, but it all depends on the video. Like, there's a general air of humanity can burn for all I care. But specific things change from video to video. And I was curious about the idea of someone sitting down and taking each of the things that I've said about me and my opinions as... Because a lot of them are jokes, obviously. You know, about killing all the hookers or killing hobo... Was it killing hobo hookers or something? I don't know. But just all sorts of random shit. Handsome, famous and good at the sex is like a mainstay. But there's just a lot of other shit that I've said. I did a CGI simulation showing how the flat Earth sun moon would never get near the horizon, and Flirts actually liked it and gave me tips. That's dumb. How? I mean, they probably just didn't know what they were looking at. That's one of their skills. Is the cat? Did you let the cat out, or did she get out?
She got out.
Of course she got... Our cat does the cleverest thing you've ever seen. She will go through the house into the bedroom, climb and jump out of the window, and then come to the living room and go, "Hey guys, I'm stuck outside. How did this even happen?" She is the dumb. She is very much my cat. That seems like a fact backed up by science. I would love to get her a little crusade around me. That would be hilarious. I think you should make a holy curtain the shroud of Sir Sick. What do you think? I mean, I would, but that does sound like effort. And one of my actually carrying on through themes is me being very lazy. It's one of my skills. Terry Pratchett had a much better flat Earth. Yeah, I mean the flat Earth or the flat planet on the back of 4 elephants riding on a turtle called Artuin.
That's a Hindu belief.
It's similar.
Yeah.
Is it on a back of 4 elephants?
Yeah.
Supported by a turtle.
Yeah.
Flying through space.
Yeah.
With knob gags.
Not knob gags, no.
And death. I love death in Terry Pratchett. I mean, Terry Pratchett's a very, very funny... He died, didn't he?
Yes, he died.
Yes, he died. He makes great comedy books. And I do love the world that he created, Ankh-Morpork, which I used to just... one of those things was one of those words that I didn't really know how to say, so I'd read it really fast, and it would be Ankh-Morak back in the day until I heard it read out loud, and I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Blah, 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 blah. You're not allowed to have jokes in the UK. You're allowed to have jokes, you're just not allowed to make them. Cat sick, good at getting out. I mean, she's good at being a twat, which I guess makes her she's very similar to me in many ways. She's a dumbass. She's entitled little shit.
She's hairy.
Very hairy. She stinks. Fuck me.
She don't stink that bad.
You're the one who complains about it most. That came out very loud. Very high pitched.
You're a very loud person.
I am. It's because I'm so big. You have no idea how quietly I'm talking most of the time. Most of the time, this is just a whisper.
This is quiet.
Yeah. This is very quiet. Like, if I start fucking talking really quietly, I can only communicate with elephants. Just vibrations through the floor. I mean, cleefs are kind of dumb enough to like something that destroy. I'm assuming that's supposed to say. Oh right, yeah. How do you come up with cleefs?
I like that.
Yeah, I was going to say I kind of like cleefs. I would say I'm going to steal that, but I won't remember. They say Artuin is travelling to the place of mating. It's called the Big Bang Theory. That sounds about right. Just pay the fine for jokes. It's all good. Yeah. That was quite the squeaky sick. Yeah. Like that's... Oh, Vanilla Bear's just turned up. How you doing, sweetheart? The squeaky voice for me, like, people think, I've been told, oh, you're angry all the time. And when I do shouty sick, that is not me actually being angry. That's not how I get angry. I get angry by getting more and more high pitched. What the fuck are you doing? Mrs. Sick once. I made. You're not a huge fan of the Scouse accent.
No.
And I did it once, and you hit me on the back of the head, and I went, "What are you doing?" And you thought I was still doing the accent, so you hit me again, and I got higher and higher pitch as I got more and more mad. And you got more and more like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing it worse?"
It was really fucking
until
annoying.
I had to tell you to. I was like, "Stop fucking hitting me!"
It's just not a nice thing to listen to.
That's only because you're a massive racist towards them. That's very, very unfair. But, yeah, so, if you want to see where I'm genuinely annoyed, it's the bits in my video where I go high pitch. It's like, what the fuck? But I don't really like. I get annoyed. I don't really. I get angry at sort of. I don't get angry at people in general. I get angry at injustice, as lame as that sounds. That's the shit that makes me angry. When someone does something to another person just completely beyond the pale, that is something that makes me angry. But someone having a stupid opinion, it can be annoying and it can be frustrating that they believe something so fucking ridiculously stupid. But anger, I've always said I don't find it a particularly useful state to be angry. I hate being angry, and I have to go off somewhere and sort of let it out of myself so that I can calm the fuck down. I could really use like a punching bag. If we had a bigger house with like an exercisey type room, we'd probably have a punching bag, and I have a funny feeling that you'd probably end up using it more.
Yeah, probably.
Is everyone still? There hasn't been a comment in. There we go. Fucking hell. Voices linked to temper both rise together. I mean, yeah, there is certainly something to that.
I don't know. I'm always high pitch.
I thought you were really baritone.
No,
You thought you were like, hey, baby.
I hear myself speaking on the streams.
Oh, now you know
and
that.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, I sound like a mouse.
I thought you were going to say, Jesus Christ, I sound like a woman. And like, yeah. Because you were so convinced.
In my own head, I sound really deep.
In my head, I sound like fucking Barry White. I have the best fucking voice in my head. In reality, my voice is the goddamn worst and I hate it with a passion. Oh, God. But people have said they like my voice, and I don't know what's wrong with these people. They need help. But yeah. I've been called a whiny bitch a number of times by detractors, and it's like while my voice doesn't sound quite like I expect it to.
That's more because you whine like a bitch.
I do whine like a bitch. Yeah. I buy some wine, and I'm like, this is an excellent Chianti. I feel like it's like way behind itself. Stupidly infuriated me, not at a person, just the thought process to get there and their justification for it. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that gets annoying to say the least. And yeah, we're good. Mrs. Bear, how are you doing? How's the husband? Hope he's good. And also, I haven't seen you in ages. Or him, actually. But yeah. It's... angry me. I don't like being angry. I'm not as angry person as my videos might present. 99.9%, like, part of my humour has always been, and it took you a while to get used to it, is pretending to be angry.
You're
like
very...
ranting for comedy.
You're very good at pretending to be angry.
Yeah. But now you know that I'm only angry. Like, if I'm like, bah, 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 then I'm not angry. If I'm like, then I'm definitely pissed off.
The only problem I had is that you're really fucking loud.
Mm. My powerful voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I once knocked someone over by shouting at them. I've also made the weirdest thing I've ever done with my voice, and it's one of those things that people don't believe, but it happened, and I can't say it didn't. Was I shouted at the cat for eating my fucking, not this cat, my old cat way back when, Charlie, he had the exact colouring of the white Tiger Zord from Power Rangers. That was a fucking cool ass cat. He had a little gold beard, and he had gold on his head, and then his tail was gold, and it was fucking sick. It was a cool cat. I like that cat. Anyway, I didn't like him when he ate my fucking dinner. He stole some of my dinner. I went, get the fuck away from that, as I was running into the room. And a fucking bowl on the table resonated. And I've never had that in my entire life before or since. And I have no idea how I achieved it. But it was cool. And I told my cousin about it, and he said, well, and then did you wake up? I was like, it was a fucking dream! It was real. I swear to God. It's one of those things. I'm not... When I have dreams, they're usually just fucked up shit about snakes attacking me or getting into fights and being unable to, like, do any damage as hard as I punch and that kind of shit. Are you a sleepy bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. Sick is sleepy now, so this is her fault that we're going to leave in a minute. But,
Yeah, if you haven't seen this week's video,
or I keep saying this week, the last video, the most recent, it's about Jehovah's Witnesses and lying to children, which is kind of what they do. So go check that out. It's pretty funny. I thought it was, and I hate my videos, so there is that. Other than that, hopefully next week won't be late, but I can't fucking promise it. But I will try and be here again. Some people have asked me about the week before's video. If you weren't here, I didn't knock down the bowl. The bowl just made a resonating sound. It rang like a bell back at me. And I was so fucking baffled, I forgot about the cat. But, fuck, what's the words I'm looking for?
You said last week's video.
Last week's stream, I privated because it was a gaming stream, and when I started listening back to it, it was mostly just grunts and, stop fucking hitting me, and I was just like, this is fucking garbage. So I locked that away in a cave and told it to kill itself. So, you know, I'm a nice person like that. Anyway, but other than that, go watch the video again if you've already watched it. It's good. And if you haven't, get yourself notified to the channel so that you receive the little notifications and you can actually watch my videos when they come out. Because apparently that literally does help, and I hate asking people to do things, but I need to do that more. Other than that, thanks for coming. Hope you had a good time. Hope that this wasn't the worst thing to ever happen to you, and we will see you in the next video, in the next stream, whatever the hell happens. Love you, bye.
Bye, don't die.
Bye. Yeah, don't COVID yourself to